Well, that sucked. I know this is a super late kind of reaction, but I've been in a depression since Saturday afternoon, and I've just now worked up the gall to talk about it. So yeah, I'm going to go through all the stages here. I'm going to do the meltdown panic thing, and then I'm going to calm down a little and move on to Boston College. Why is Omar Graham playing every snap? Dude took over 30 snaps and recorded 0 stats. I mean, where is Juice Cryer? Why is Cam Riley not playing more? The personnel changes, I mean, Jesus Christ. Why are we using a 4-string running back in that spot in the game? Of course he dropped it. That's his first college snap on another continent. Why not use a guy that's been in your program for 5 years now? I think Cam will be good, but that wasn't the spot to try to do that. Again, the first drive looked great. Masterful play calling, masterful game plan. And then it all somehow went out the window. Why start shuffling offensive linemen right after a touchdown drive? Why are we not throwing the ball downfield? Why are we running the ball over and over and over, even though it isn't working? Where was this elite defensive line that we've been hearing and talking about? The churches on both sides of the ball looked terrible, and you thought that's what your strengths were. I mean, the team just looked flat. They looked uninspired. There was no physicality. I mean, why can't we tackle? Why can't we just tackle somebody? The team just flat out looked bad. I think it was hands down Mike Norvell's worst game at Florida State. There's definitely been other losses and worse losses, but usually Mike's teams are way more disciplined and prepared, and they just weren't on Saturday. It's disappointing because you needed to make a statement here and win the game. And there was no reason you shouldn't have been able to. I mean, we've heard all offseason about how the team was pissed off over the snub and using it as fuel for this season and looking to bounce back and prove everybody wrong. Well, you didn't do that. And I cue all the Miami and Florida fans with their jokes like Miami didn't lose to Georgia Tech last year and like Florida is going to win more than 5 games this year, if that. But yeah, I mean, it sucks. And to be fair, I'd be making jokes too, for sure. Now, take a breath. It was only one game. The first game with a lot of new faces, a lot of new pieces, on a different continent, without Alex Atkins. We also found out that Georgia Tech's helmet communication stopped working halfway through the game, so by rule, Florida State had to stop using theirs also. Which is a fair rule, it makes things even, but Georgia Tech isn't trying to install a new quarterback into their system. And outside of that, I mean, it is football. A few weird things go a certain way, and it can shake things up in a way where you get an unexpected outcome just like that. Georgia Tech is a good offense, and they're improving their defense. And I think at the end of the day, they just wanted the win more than we did, and that's what's disappointing. Now, overall, I think Florida State is and will be much better than what we saw last weekend. On that note, looking ahead to Boston College, last I checked, Florida State was a 17.5-point favorite. So, Vegas thinks we have a bounce-back game, and so do I. I think last week was very out of character for this Florida State program. I think we get a better idea of what they are this Monday night. Now, I know the running threat of Castellanos caused us some problems last year. I know it's got some people worried this year, especially now, and that's definitely valid. I think he will make some plays. But I still like Florida State to bounce back at home with a now sold-out Doak Campbell Stadium. So props to you guys for showing up and filling the stands. Again, take a breath, calm down. I know it was a gut punch as a fan, but it was only one game. Everything we wanted and hoped for this team is still very much attainable, especially with the 12-team playoff. They just got to bounce back. They just got to respond like Mike is always talking about. I mean, they lost 3 in a row in 2022 and then won out and won 10 games that year. So we've seen them bounce back through adversity before. They just got to do it again. We know Mike can get that out of his team, so relax. The season isn't over. There's still plenty of time to get things figured out, get things on track, and have a great season. But one game at a time. Let's bounce back. Let's dominate Boston College. Appreciate you guys watching. Again, not the video I really wanted to make this week. I am now officially covering the first Florida State loss since starting this channel, so it definitely sucks, right? I get it. But win, lose, or tie, Noles till I die, right? If you enjoyed or at least agreed with the rant, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. If you disagree, let me know why in the comments. Again, heads up, hands chopping. Let's beat BC. And as always, go Noles.